there are more FTSE 100 CEOs named Steve and David
I know.
than women and minorities, ethnic minorities combined. Now, why do you think the gender gap still exists?
Yeah.
And how do you think the real estate industry can address it? And I'm really looking for some practical solutions here.
One of the things I've been working as is the immediate past president of our ICS, so during my tenure, was actually how do we attract particularly more women, because we have a qualified percentage within our ICS as 13%, 13%. What's good news is that the next generation coming through is around 25%. But we have to do a lot in terms of retention and support around mentoring and development. Now, the next generation want to work in organisations that are actually places that create the right environment. The top level in organisations, so CEO level, get it. But what you need to do is make it easy for that middle layer to actually translate it into, as you say, the practical steps of what can we be doing to help people feel like they can bring themselves to work every day, no matter who you are. And the war for talent is really, really important. So, you know, one of the things, we did some research back in 2014, actually, as our ICS, and that research indicated that the number one thing that employers were worried about was how do we attract that top talent in? And you're competing against, you know, the kind of more creative industries. So one of the things we have to do is use technology to help us reach out to particularly that next generation and make them feel inspired.
How can you make the business case for diversity, especially about closing the gender gap and removing bias against minorities of all sorts?
Well, the business case is there. So, you know, like we were talking earlier, really, one of the things is actually it's got to be reflective of the clients that you represent as well. So kind of for me, that's kind of case in point. But actually it was Credit Suisse who did some research in 2014. And what they identified was by having at least one woman on a board over a period of 4 years made a material impact in terms of the share price. So actually, diversity in terms of gender materially, directly, positively impacts your share price. And the same is for all aspects of diversity. You've got to kind of bring that talent into the workplace. If you want to have difference of thought and opinions, it's really important that you've got that diversity, you know, at all levels within the organisation. It makes a cultural difference.